Today on Collider, we'll be diving into the behind the scenes of High Potential. Let's get started. Crime dramas have been a TV favorite forever, but High Potential shakes things up in the best way possible. Instead of following the usual tough detectives or forensic experts, this show gives us something different. A crime solver who has no business being in law enforcement but is way too smart to be ignored. It's actually based on the French hit Haut Potentiel Intellectuel, which was a huge success for mixing humor with detective work. ABC saw how well that formula worked and decided to bring it to the US, putting its own spin on the concept. At the center of it all is Morgan, played by Kaitlin Olson, a single mom with a ridiculously high IQ who somehow ends up working with the LAPD. She starts out as a night janitor, just trying to make ends meet, but accidentally helps crack a tough case in a way no one else could. Turns out, her sharp mind and ability to see patterns that everyone else misses make her an incredible investigator, even if she has zero police training. The department realizes they'd be crazy not to keep her around, so they bring her on as a consultant. But, of course, it's not that simple. Morgan has a natural tendency to break rules, question authority, and do things her own way, which doesn't exactly sit well with the detectives who have spent years following strict procedures. What makes High Potential so fun is how it mixes crime solving with comedy. Sure, the cases are serious, but the way Morgan approaches them is anything but typical. She's unpredictable, hilarious, and always catching her co-workers off guard with her blunt honesty and weird but brilliant methods. Her back and forth with the more traditional detectives is one of the best parts of the show, especially with Detective Karadek, who is the complete opposite of Morgan in every way. He follows the rules, she ignores them. He wants structure, she thrives in chaos. Watching them clash and slowly learn to work together keeps things fun and full of great moments. But High Potential isn't just about solving crimes. It's also about Morgan's life outside of work. She's not just a genius, she's also a single mom trying to juggle everything at once. She's got bills to pay, kids to raise, and a job where people constantly doubt her, despite the fact that she's usually the smartest person in the room. That mix of humor, heart, and real-life struggles makes her super relatable. Even if her IQ is through the roof, fans love how High Potential takes the crime drama formula and makes it fresh. Instead of just another solve-the-case show, it's filled with personality, humor, and characters you actually care about. Morgan's chaotic energy, her hilarious interactions with the team, and the emotional moments with her daughter all make the show something special. It's fun, clever, and different, which is exactly why people can't get enough of it. A huge part of what makes High Potential such a hit is its amazing cast, led by the hilarious and talented Kaitlin Olson. Best known for playing Dee on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Olson is no stranger to playing bold, unconventional characters. But in High Potential, she takes things to another level. As Morgan, a single mom with a genius-level IQ who stumbles into crime solving, she's sharp, witty, and totally unpredictable. She constantly challenges authority, bends the rules, and somehow still manages to be incredibly lovable. Olson brings just the right mix of comedy and heart, making Morgan a character you can't help but root for. Opposite Olson is Sunjata as Detective Karadek, the classic straight-laced cop who doesn't quite know what to make of Morgan at first. Karadek is all about rules and structure, which makes him the perfect foil for Morgan's chaotic brilliance. Their dynamic is one of the best parts of the show. He's skeptical of her at first, but as time goes on, he realizes that her unconventional thinking actually works. Their back and forth is full of tension, humor, and those little moments where you can tell they're starting to respect and maybe even like each other. Whether they're arguing over a case or reluctantly teaming up to crack it, their chemistry keeps things fun and engaging. The rest of the cast adds even more personality to the show. Judy Reyes plays Captain Selena Soto, the tough but fair boss who sees Morgan's potential and gives her a shot. She's got that perfect blend of authority and warmth. She runs a tight ship but also knows when to take a chance on someone who doesn't fit the mold. Reyes, who fans might recognize from Scrubs and Claws, brings a no-nonsense energy to the role that makes her a standout. Javicia Leslie plays Detective Daphne, another key member of the team. She's smart, dedicated, and not totally convinced that Morgan belongs there, at least at first. Daphne's a rule follower, and Morgan's whole ignore the rules approach definitely rubs her the wrong way. But as the series goes on, she starts to realize that Morgan might actually be onto something. Their dynamic is fun to watch, especially as Daphne shifts from being annoyed by Morgan to respecting and maybe even learning from her. Then there's Amira J as Morgan's daughter Ava, who brings a whole other layer to the story. Morgan isn't just solving crimes, she's also a single mom trying to raise her children while working this totally unexpected new job. Their mother-daughter relationship is both funny and emotional, showing the everyday struggles of balancing work and family. Some of the most touching moments in the show come from their interactions, reminding us that, at the end of the day, Morgan is doing all of this for her daughter. One main thing that makes High Potential work is the chemistry between the cast. The mix of humor, tension, and heartfelt moments makes every relationship feel real. Whether it's Morgan's banter with Karadec, her clashes with Daphne, or her sweet moments with Ava, the cast brings the story to life in a way that keeps you hooked from episode to episode. While High Potential is set in Los Angeles, the journey to creating its authentic feel started somewhere else. The pilot episode was actually filmed in Vancouver, Canada, a city often used in TV productions because of its ability to double for various locations. Vancouver's tax incentives and established film industry made it a practical choice for the initial episode. However, once ABC officially picked up the show, the production moved to Los Angeles. This change allowed the series to incorporate real LA landmarks, neighborhoods, and energy, making the setting feel more genuine and immersive. Since Los Angeles is such an important part of the show's identity, filming in the actual city added depth and authenticity that wouldn't be achievable with Vancouver as a stand-in. One of the most significant locations in High Potential is the police station where Morgan, the lead character, works as a consultant. Instead of using a real LAPD precinct, the production team built a custom set on the Fox studio lot. This approach allowed them full creative control over the space, ensuring that it remained visually interesting while being functional for filming. Every detail was carefully considered, from the placement of desks to the evidence boards filled with crime scene photos and notes. The goal was to create a setting that felt lived in and realistic, helping both the actors and the audience fully immerse themselves in the world of the show. A real police station might have posed logistical challenges, such as noise from ongoing operations or space limitations, so building the set from scratch was the best way to achieve a consistent and controlled filming environment. While studio sets provide stability, High Potential also makes excellent use of Los Angeles itself. The show frequently films on location, capturing everything from the bustling streets of downtown to quieter suburban neighborhoods. This variety not only makes the series visually dynamic, but also reinforces the idea that the LAPD handles a wide range of cases across different parts of the city. The diversity of locations helps create a richer, more engaging world, making it feel like the characters are truly moving through the city rather than being confined to a handful of backlot sets. One particularly striking aspect of the show's cinematography is its use of beachside settings. Some of the most visually appealing scenes are shot in Malibu, where the bright skies and ocean waves contrast with the show's crime-solving storylines. These moments add a fresh, unexpected visual element to the series, preventing it from feeling too dark or gritty like some traditional crime dramas. Instead of a constant, moody aesthetic, High Potential balances serious investigations with a vibrant natural color palette that reflects its mix of humor and drama. The production team has embraced a cinematic style that feels modern and engaging, making sure the visuals match the show's unique tone. By combining carefully constructed sets with real-world locations, High Potential creates an immersive experience that brings its world to life. Whether inside the police station, on the streets of Los Angeles, or against the backdrop of the Pacific Ocean, every location plays a role in making the show visually compelling and true to its setting.
See ya!
High Potential is definitely worth checking out. With its standout performances and addictive mysteries, it's no surprise that audiences are hooked. Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.